Yeehaw!
Something that I need.
Welcome to episode 8 of Dead in Denver. Sorry, Savage Worlds, Deadlands, The Weird West, Dead in Denver, Red Ropes, and Red Tape.
I get it, Brenna.
Say it every time.
Episode
you
8.
have the red bandana.
I'm so glad you got me. We're on the same page. We're vibing. Let's go.
How's everyone doing today?
I'm gay.
I got a big iron on my hip.
Are you just gay today, or?
Yeah, just specifically today. Every other day of the week, I'm fine.
I'm proud of you.
I'm gay every day that doesn't end in Y.
Just can't think straight.
This session has came
I'm
off
gay and Brenna's my girlfriend.
to an already terrible start. We are already talking over each other nonstop.
You sure are.
It's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks. It hasn't been that long.
That's
Been too long.
So, has anybody thought about their cowboy fact today?
No.
You've
Cowboy
only
fact
had
of the
2
day.
weeks.
Did you know that's not enough
but
time
you're
for me
not
to
gonna
remember
like it.
anything? My cowboy fact is that my pet rabbit is super cute and still in the background.
Oh, we
That's
saw
it.
him.
Viewers! Oh, the viewers at home can't see the fun ears. That's actually so sad. At least I'll have the memory of bun ears when I watch this back.
The viewers at home.
This is
You, the
impossible
viewers
for
at
you.
home, can
Fuck
also
you.
participate in this recording.
Now on your phone.
By imagining a
Don't tell
bunny.
them that. Don't tell them that. That's lying.
Yes, so
Well, a giveaway to take part in that one session. Like and subscribe. Donate $300.
Yeah.
If you like this
As-
episode, our characters won't die.
maybe.
As-
Please subscribe
As
to this
stated
madman's
before,
channel.
welcome to episode 8. For those watching, you might notice we took a week off. That was because we needed an extra week to prepare for this session. I needed an extra week to prepare for this session, and here we are. For those who don't know, this is a actual play game where we play the Savage Worlds system, and we role play as rootin' tootin' cowboys in the Wild West, specifically
Or
Denver.
cowgirls, don't forget gender
So
equality.
anyway, I
Or
started
cowgirls.
blasting. Dang, dang.
Literally about to be me in this manner.
Do you like snagging this trying time?
So anyway, I started blast.
So, we are currently missing our priest because he won't respond to our messages. So hopefully we'll see him
Jagger.
later.
Jagger found dead in
Hopefully he's
Miami.
alive.
I just
Yeah.
almost said something terrible.
He
so we're
just
gonna pretend I didn't
messaged
say
me.
that.
He is
Oh my
getting
God.
his car
Keep
fixed
it in the-
right now.
Okay, so
Oh.
we won't see him for a little while.
If
No
not.
problem. It's not like he's very useful
Right
anyways.
now.
Yeah. Cruel facts.
My main fact is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
I was gonna say, my main goal is to blow up
Bingo. I used to quote that all the
and then
time.
act like I don't know nobody.
So, for reals this time, does anyone have any cowboy facts they'd like to give for a special
You're not gonna,
Benny?
like,
Give me like
just
actually
random
just like
cowboy fact.
give me a few seconds.
I have one.
Go for it.
Willie's liquor of choice is good old fashioned Kentucky bourbon.
Hey yo. Yeehaw.
I have
my
a
fact
follow-up
last
question to that. Is she from Kentucky, or does she just like
No,
their bourbon?
She's from Chicago. She didn't encounter Kentucky bourbon until she came all the way out here.
Chicago.
Very nice, very nice. Is that where her alcoholism started?
Maybe. I feel like she started small, and then the bourbon is now just like what sustains her. I think like most of
It's
her
the
like
classic.
I think most of her blood volume is just straight bourbon at this point.
Fair enough.
My.
I have. Oh no, you go first.
am literally not going to speak until you go.
Damn it, Ben.
Promise?
Okay. I was gonna say that Ginny is here to do some business, but I'm not gonna say that. Because I don't want to die tonight. Ginny, Virginia Jones Sutton, or Ginny, to those who know her, is a very heavy sleeper. She had to be, because her father would work late in the workshop. And so there is not much that can actually wake her up, unfortunately. So,
All right.
yeah, that's just a little tidbit for future reference, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, so immediately ice buckets of water. She needs to be woken up. Just
You gotta
throw
do
her
what you gotta
directly
do.
into ice water.
She can pick
Might
her
not
up.
work. It might not work.
If you throw her into ice water with her bag, it will literally ruin all of her contraptions, and you might be a dead man. So I would not do that if I were
If you wake up, of course.
My fun fact is that Rose noticed I didn't talk until she was done.
Thank you.
I'm a gentleman of my word. During the, what was it, 2
Is it
years
no?
space? 3 years? 4 years? Was it 4 years?
5 years.
Okay, I thought 5, but I was like, no, that's not right. My brain dumb. During the 5-year period, she filled up, I think it was like 24 different notebooks of her like daily thoughts and journals.
I often have dairy thoughts.
Same.
What is her, I suppose, most popular entry?
I think her most popular entry, is like that she refers to the most. Like, what do you mean by most popular? Like most interesting?
Most popular, her
Her
favorite.
favorite.
Like, which one does she return to? Which one's her favorite?
She definitely returns to her when she first met the Bells. That one, and when Rowan disappeared.
Stop it, you.
Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she have a crush on Rowan because he killed so many people for her?
No, she just. Oh my gosh, Mijo, I'm literally gonna kill you tonight.
Oh my god,
So-
me Joe.
It's a
I'm
sad-
gonna
I
kill you.
am- Yeah, I imagine that might be a sad entry for her, considering
Yep.
the original Bells are elsewhere now.
Yep.
As is Rowan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She returns to the people who have left her party.
Now she's just stuck with Howie.
and
Aaron.
Father Indiano.
And Aaron. Yeah. Mm.
I mean,
Alright.
he's not here either, so like, might as well not be him. Jagger, if you're listening, we miss you. Please come back. Please come to Brazil.
Fly with me, Kachina.
What?
Ethan
Don't worry
Mijo.
about
So,
All right.
I don't know if y'all have noticed yet, but Howie has a very big gambling problem.
No
wait,
shit.
Who's Howie?
That's a real bro moment.
I'm joking. It was a joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Aw.
That's your fact. He gamble.
It's a problem.
Oh, you're right. That is a fact.
Okay. Bo doesn't know how to use a gun. Or he has an idea, but he's never really used them a lot. He's always preferred his normal weapons. Like knives mostly.
Has he shot a bow?
He's probably shot one, he's never really been trained with one.
Oh, that wasn't a joke. Okay.
Take your
It was not a joke.
bennies.
Soon Ben's not gonna have any knees left.
No,
Please,
you
we
have
have
to
to
remember
ration them.
We have to ration them.
Ration his knees,
One
guys.
quarter portion.
Ration his knees. So, last we left off with the brothers and Bells. You all went to turn in the paperwork to own your own house. Going to the courthouse, you met with a rather undisciplined the name of them just left my mind.
Notary.
Notary, thank you. You met with a rather undisciplined notary, got the paper signed and turned in, and then upon exiting, you were approached by a Mr. Dean, Samuel Dean, who told you guys there's someone who wanted a job, who wanted to hire you for a job. Upon finding out, or upon traveling with him, you found out it was the previous mayor candidate, Herman Hornsby, who was concerned that that the current mayor, William J. Barker, might be affiliated with a cult that may have nefarious purposes for Denver and its Denverites. He hired you to search through and find evidence. I think he paid, what was it? Was it half up front?
Half up front.
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah.
$3.
And he gave you a tip that the Barker Manor will be having a party in about 2 days, and he can get you invites in so that you might be able to search around the manor for clues. Upon finishing up your business there, you left and started to make your way back home, but because of the busy streets, you were pushed into an alleyway where you then found yourself in psychological horror.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How did I forget about that? I think I suppressed it, to be
I
honest.
can never forget.
Don't laugh like that, KB. That's not funny.
Yeah, that's when we actually had sat down after the session and talked about Gilbert getting a therapist. No, that conversation didn't actually happen, but it should have.
Okay, I was about to say, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Upon entering the maze and defeating its denizens, you found out that it was an illusion created from some kind of cult member in red robes who died. And then you made your way back home to recuperate from your psychological wounds, mostly with alcohol. You found a note on the cultist's body broadcasting your guys' behavior and where he could find you to take you out. And did your best to try to analyze the note and its handwriting, but was unable to find or to discover the source of the note currently. You guys then started making preparation for the party at the manor, including getting yourself outfits, equipment, and God knows what else.
Don't ask.
So, where would you guys like to join back with the Brothers and Bells? Do you want the day, because you still had a day left, or would you rather skip to the night?
I'd like the day, please. I just want to do one thing.
Gamble.
Okay, make it 2 things. I forgot about one.
Dang it.
Forgot about one.
He said, I forgot. I forgot that one. Yeah, I'm fine with
we
having
went
the
shopping
day.
already, right?
Sorry?
Yes, we already got our clothes. We can go
Okay.
shopping.
Yeah, you guys
again,
picked
though.
clothes.
Forgot something.
I don't remember what I bought.
All right, so we come back into our session of everyone in the house. I imagine some people might still be looking over the note, like reanalyzing it or memorizing it. I imagine Willie is behind the bar.
Where else would she be, honey?
Alcoholism. I'm sorry. That was rude.
I'd probably be. No, I think I was in the basement making things, wasn't I?
Could be. I think that's where your workshop is.
I think I went back. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think I went back to the basement to work on stuff.
Could I borrow that note real quick for just like 3 minutes?
The what?
The note, Rose. I think you have the note.
You sure may look at it.
Thank you. I'd like to go hide in my room.
All right. He
That's
takes thank you and like
super
shuffles away with the
suspicious.
note.
Rose is a mind conquer, but trust him,
Suspicious.
despite the fact that she probably shouldn't.
Okay, so Mr. Dillon, I am putting down a Benny.
Is it time for a deal with the devil?
It is. It is. It's time. I mean,
Okay.
remember how this works.
So, Howie, you go into your room. You placed a note in front of you, laying on your bed or sitting in a chair, and you start to concentrate. The world turns gray around you, and let me just get a quick change in the music real quick. Let's go. Let's just stick with this, I guess. I don't really have anything better to play for the time being. The world goes grayscale around you and soon dissipates away. It's just you in a chair in a white space. A door opens and a man walks through. Tell me, who is the greatest gambler that Howie knows?
Curious typing.
I'm more curious, like, who does Howie consider the greatest gambler?
Fidel Castro.
I believe probably Doc Holliday.
All right. You see the visage of Doc Holliday walk through the door.
Is he alive yet?
Doc Holliday is dead at this time.
Okay.
In-game canon, Doc Holliday died, I think, a year ago.
Rip.
Yeah. So,
Rip Doc Holliday.
A visage of Doc Holliday walks through the door and closes it behind him. He's wearing entirely black clothes, a black duster on top, has no hat. His eyes are gray with a slight red tint to them. His skin is ash. But you recognize the visage as he walks through. And he looks at you and says, I hear you called for a game.
You heard right.
He walks towards you,
were
a poker table manifest in the room. Or actually, what game do you manifest?
Euchre.
I don't know that
What
game.
I don't know.
You can't play euchre with 2 people.
Oh, never mind. Yes. I know card games.
Do you want to just stick with poker?
Sure.
All right, poker it is.
You can play rummy.
A poker table manifests in the middle of the room with another chair. The Doc Holliday sits down on the other side. We're going to refer to him as the devil from here on out. Sits down on the other
Doc Holliday
side,
was the devil?
and he says, well then, what are the stakes?
There are stakes to this?
This is me asking you, is that just an in-game theatric lead up to what are you dealing the devil for?
I'd like a spell.
Which one?
Object reading.
Okay.
I'd like to read this here note. I'm having trouble.
So Howie's
Alright.
illiterate.
Poker chips begin to manifest, and you all begin to play. I need you to make a gambling roll. Okay. That is one success. So, I'm going to lay down some cards. So, as a reminder to everyone else, and maybe to Howie himself, the deal with the devil has changed in the new version. In a new version, he gets 5 cards plus 1 extra for every success and raise on the gambling roll. He then has to make the best hand possible with those cards. How many points do you need for object reading? And what rank is it?
I'm sorry, someone was talking shit. 1 second.
Oh, wait.
It is my rank. Below it.
Okay, you meet the rank for object reading?
I'm fairly certain, and I think it costs 2 points, but I need to pull up the thing.
You are correct. I have it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's seasoned 2 points, which means in order to succeed, all you need is an ace high.
Yes.
Should be easy. Should be
Not
real
gonna
simple.
happen, but it's not like-
So with a success in your gambling roll, you will get 6 cards. Two, 3, 4, 5.
So I got
6. You have a pair, which means you get 3 power points. I don't think you got anything better. Yeah, you're missing the 8 for the straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be a successful casting. Okay, so you have a pair, meaning you have 3 power points. So you begin, for what feels like hours to you, you are playing cards against this devil.
Humanity?
Our
Sorry.
camera sees this pass through in fast forward detail as we see each player's chips rise and fall with every hand that plays. The poker face is getting stronger as the game goes on. The stakes getting larger as the game goes on. Until eventually the devil has to go. He goes all in, and you have to reciprocate. And the hands come down, and you have a pair, and he only has an ace.
What fool goes all in on an ace,
I
Lamar?
do.
Well, the devil sucks at gambling.
Says, well, I'll be. Looks like you win this time, partner. And the vision, the room starts to build back as the devil stands up and goes to walk through your front door to your room. He opens the door, walks through, and upon closing it, color comes back into the room. And you can go ahead and make your spellcasting roll. Now tell me, you have an extra power point. Because you only need 2, you got 3. You can either... You could add that power point to your pool, but your pool is full. So instead, the opposite of what you can do is you can give yourself a +1 onto the spellcasting roll.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so go ahead and make a spellcasting roll at +1. That is an 8. That is a success and a raise. Fuck me.
Yes, that is what I'm doing here.
Alright, let me pick these
Give
cards back
me
up.
all this plot. I need all of it.
Okay.
I want to know the past 100
Ruins.
years of this
I
note,
want to know.
Yeah, it
starting
ruins
with year 1.
it ruins some of the mystery of the camp of the arc, but it's fine. It won't ruin everything.
I'd like to start with the tree being processed into paper.
Yeah. So you see how does this spell look to you? Is it like holographic in front of you, or is it visions in your head?
He's just able to read now,
It's
right?
like he's just like sniffing the note and like tasting it, and it's just coming into his head.
I don't know.
Doing that.
Okay.
Like,
Give me information not by sight,
Tasty
but by
paper.
taste.
Oh yes, this paper
That's
was
Along-
terrifying.
Alabama.
Ethan, that's
Uh,
absolutely terrifying.
Along with the cigar smell on the paper, you are whisked away through visions. You want from the very beginning?
Yes.
God.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You see a seed in the ground.
Oh man.
It begins to grow through the ground, and you watch as 100 years pass as it grows into a large cedar tree.
Mhm.
You watch
Do
time.
any notable people passed in the within 20 yards of this tree?
No, not within the next 1,000 years.
Wait, hold on. I bet this tree turns out to be made into the note of paper.
Oh shit.
I think you're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotta be
You're
right.
very, very
You've
observant.
eventually, after watching what feels like a millennia pass by, you watch as a logging company, the Minnesota Logging Company. Does Minnesota exist? We'll say yes.
The true evil of the campaign.
The Minnesota Logging Company starts sawing down a tree. You feel its pain as it's cut into and eventually collapse. Does Minnesota exist? And you go through the paper processing of it, of them cutting it up, turning it into a piece of parchment paper. We're gonna pass most of those details.
What's the milling company's name? We got it. We
The
got
what?
a hit list. The milling company. The processing of turning it.
The milling company, Jackson Milling Company.
Jackson Milling Company. Okay, they're on the list too.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you were talking to me.
It passes through and eventually starts entering a circuit. You see it be transported to a shop. You see it bought and brought to a government office, where it then stays for a while. Specifically, the Denver government offices.
Okay. So
It stays for a while.
do I see the name tag of the door that it's being brought into?
It's not brought into a door. It's in storage.
Okay.
Poor lad.
Yeah. You eventually see it. You recognize as 1879 comes along, the elections. You watch as interns running around collecting stuff. You hear someone yell, "We need more paper!" And someone opens the storage door, walks towards your camera, picks you up, and begins like walking around with you. You see like their underbeard. You can smell the aftershave as they move through.
Wait, I get smells with this. This is great.
I don't know. I'm giving you smells.
I approve.
And it begins to pass until you find yourself in the campaign offices of Herman Hornsby. not his desk, his offices. Time passes again for 5 years. The paper kind of sits in his office unused. It's more towards the bottom of the stack. And eventually it's relocated to the hotel where Herman currently lives. And fast forwarding, you eventually see someone writing a note. You hear called out from another room. From your perspective, you can see an open door light in the hallway. You hear called out from the door the area next door. Say, "Thank you, Mr. Dean. That'll be all." He says, "Yes, sir, Mr. Hornsby." And a figure walks in. You see Samuel Dean walk in,
Was Dean a fucking
close the
little-
door,
Ooh,
sit down, and begin writing a note.
I knew it.
The note is rolled up and is added, and he turns to the window, whistles, and a crow lands on the windowsill. He ties it, and it flies off.
Wait a second.
You are now on the leg of a crow as you are flying through the city of Denver. Wind
crow.
through your parchment. Through the fibers of your being. And you eventually land on the finger of a familiar looking cultist. He picks up, he reads the note, he takes a glass orb out of his pocket, stashes you, and begins walking towards an alleyway.
Okay. Samuel Dean's on the shit list.
Hit list or shit list?
Yes. It's a S/hit list.
Okay. Oh, got it. Sorry. That
Yeah.
was foolish of me to ask.
I'm gonna write down Samuel Dean exposed, but good luck explaining to anyone on how you know that.
Well, my party knows my ways.
I'll rephrase. Good luck explaining to a law courtroom how you know you're the information you know.
We don't need to take a lawful approach with killing a man. I'll just challenge him to a duel, see how that goes.
Who says anything about challenging him? Just duel him without his knowledge.
Exactly. And then
Also
say he
known
knew-
as assassinate him.
One
Without
question.
his knowledge.
Do I have any
That's
contact
how it
with
works.
Can I like hire him as a hitman?
What?
Can I hire Rowan as a hitman?
Rowan is currently working for the rail companies. He has been brought outside of Denver.
Okay. I mean, he's a hitman.
Specifically, Rowan ended up going to Camp Hades. They needed some extra contract work, and after what happened with you guys in Wasatch, Wasatch sought to seek him out and hire him to be the new manager.
Manager. Of killing. Right.
Yeah. They quite literally gave
Okay.
him an offer he couldn't refuse.
So
That's a fucking threat.
Boy, he's
I'll
sick.
leave my room after these years and years of waiting.
He's actually
This is how
dead.
he
He
doesn't
died
know how to
from old
work
age.
this. We just had to watch it from the beginning.
Guys,
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat that, Ben. Keep the chatter down.
Howie didn't really understand how to use the spell, so he just watched it from the beginning. It was great. So after this eternity in his room, which was like 5 seconds probably,
Yeah, it's only been like 10 seconds.
Howie's gonna come down, acting all exhausted. Oh man, that was such a long process. It was Samuel Dean. He done did it. He's evil. We need to kill him.
How do you know that?
Magic.
How do you know that?
I said magic. Yeah.
I would assume that you use some of your signature.
My Party trick magic, yes.
Yeah, some of your signature party trick magic
I'd
in
like
order
to pull
to
out
get
some
some
cards and do like a fancy thing.
in order to get some divine sort of help, or whatever the inverse of divine is.
Sure, let's go with that.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
what do we do with this information?
Cool.
So I think we just need to kill him, and then that's it.
Well, that's
Well,
harsh.
Take a blow.
what exactly did you see when it comes to?
So he wrote the note. He whistled out the window of his office, and then a crow took the note to the cultist.
A crow?
Did
We've been
anybody
seeing crows all over.
Like a flying crow.
did anybody? Fuck me, I can't talk. Did
I forgot to
anybody
mention I have
see-
Art of Samuel Dean now. Sorry.
Did anybody seem to tell him to write the note, or is he sort of the head honcho? Because if he's not the head honcho and we take him out, then we will be losing our only lead on the subject.
He seems to be the one calling some sort of shots. I'm not sure if he's the head shot caller, but he called the shot to get us killed from what I could see.
I think instead of just killing him, we should probably capture him. Capture.
Oh yeah, we
Jesus.
can torture
Capture
him, right?
him.
That's a good
Yeah,
plan.
and get him
Dog.
to
What do y'all think the cellar's for?
Although
I've got loads of tools in my workshop.
I do not particularly approve of torture, I can say I will not prevent you from it if it does start. I'll just remove myself from the situation.
I think
We can try to
torture
persuade him first.
is a job for father.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be great at that. But I think if it comes down to it, I can get the job done.
I don't think we're on the same page. Why would we let Father Indiano torture him?
Seems like he's into that kind of shit.
I believe that
No,
was.
I
I believe that
didn't
was
get that
simply a
impression.
jest.
Oh,
A
okay.
jape, if you will.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I thought you were serious. Fine.
Man, Samuel Dean looking fresh. Look at this man.
What a bitch.
All right. So
You'll be
I
kind of
believe
fresh though.
it would be wise if one of us were to follow Mr. Samuel Dean when we do make our way to the mansion garden tonight.
That
Or
someone should not be me because I have too much stuff on me.
here's a plan. We ask him to meet us somewhere, like afterwards.
And
We'll
then
say
we
we
kill
found
him, right?
something on the case at the mansion, and we slip that information to him and say that we need to meet with him, and then we lure him to some discreet place.
I feel like that could be potentially wise, although it also could
He
be
could try to betray us again as well. So there's that.
exactly. I believe we should make the best of our current opportunities, and more specifically the opportunities that we have in regards to the party tomorrow evening, this evening? Tomorrow evening. I'm gonna go with that. And if we discover nothing, we will presumably continue with him as our best lead. And my brain is just slowing down slowly the more I talk. This is the opposite of what happened yesterday. And then we will continue with the lead that we currently have if we discover nothing more.
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, fire. That's a lot of fire.
Okay.
Jeez Louise. My question is why Hornsby would hire us to do something for him that would directly benefit him and then attempt to get us killed, which makes me think that Hornsby does not know about it.
Yes, that's what I was.
I
yes.
agree with Willie. Hornsby he doesn't know. There's no way he could.
Hornsby's back. We need to learn more about Samuel Dean.
I think we need to find out
Well,
more about him before we
Being
do
stealthy is my
anything.
specialty here.
I can be
Maybe
stealthy
I
if
can.
need be.
Hey,
I cannot.
private investigator or something?
I'm not a private investigator by any means, but I can be stealthy if the need
the
arises.
city.
Oh,
That
might
was
be.
information gathering. Can I make
No.
The best private investigator. You could certainly find a private eye in the city, but the best private eye is the journalists, the Rocky Mountain News and the Denver Epitaph. If you give them a leading story that they think is going to give them a lot of cash, they are absolutely the best scouts and spies in town.
Well, I think we have a plan.
That might not actually be a good, bad idea.
Yeah?
Other than them, the best detectives would be the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
Pinkerton.
Yeah, the
I think-
Pinkertons.
If we can't find anything on Samuel Dean through Pinkerton or ourselves, we should just let it go to the journalists. Give them a
Here's the
decent-
thing, do we want to get someone else involved in this? Like, if we hire a private investigator for this, they'll be involved too, and Lord knows they'll get killed. I mean,
That's what
we hardly survived. What?
That's literally their job. That comes with the
Yeah.
job.
The Pinkertons are well known for taking high-strung cases as well as hunting outlaws. If anyone could handle themselves, the Pinkertons would be equipped to do so.
Are there like libraries or any sort of like public record keeping offices where we could like discreetly do independent research on Samuel Dean?
Finding research specifically on Dean might be more difficult. You'd probably have to check the courthouses or the city offices and see what you can dig up there.
Yeah, it was just an idea because I don't have research anyway, so someone else would have to do it. But
Idea.
Fair enough. You could also try asking around in some of the shadier places, like you know where the black market is, and some people in the black market do.
I sure do.
Yeah, some people in the black market work in only information.
There's
She said,
people
"Oh, I
for information
sure
in the black
do."
market. That might
I
be
also
worth
have the streetwise edge.
I think we should talk to the Pinkertons and then go see if there's any black market information on them.
So is it tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was wrong. It is tonight. All right.
And
well,
what is this party for again?
Sorry?
what?
What is the party for again? Like what? I forget.
It's Barker's Manor party for his political
Right.
candidacy. Hornsby has
Right.
gone you a way in so that you can maybe search his house for clues if he's involved in the cult.
Right. Well, apparently Dean is, so
I mean, investigating and being stealthy happen to be some of my talents, so I would probably be one of the better options for sneaking around.
I can distract
Anywhere
at
we
the
go.
party. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at that.
I'm very good at
Stick
hiding.
with you, Bo. I'm okay
Stealthy,
And I am not here. Jesus.
thievery wise,
Well, all right then.
and I may have a couple tricks up my sleeves.
Well,
I
I
can
also have some
always-
tricks up my sleeve.
I can also do some asking around. Hey, I
So
have
what's
a
the
question.
plan?
Did any of you guys happen to grab any sort of key in, like any key identifying items from the cultist that attacked us?
You mean the dagger? Someone's got a dagger.
Was that from the one that attacked us?
I believe there's one from the one that attacked us, and then one that he gave us.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so we have two. Who picked up the other one?
which is not a good idea to have on us while we go at place.
Yeah, that's
Well.
probably
If you wouldn't mind, I would like taking them both, if that would be all right.
Don't mix them up.
I have no intention of doing such a foolish thing.
Foolish fool.
a
Fool.
fool. A foolish fool.
Yeah, to give you the specifics, the one you got from Hornsby, he had claimed was the one that was pinned into the camera.
That could be something worth looking at.
Was there any damage? Ooh, can I see that real quick? Whoever has it, can I see that real quick?
Yeah, I believe I both. You sure may.
Okay, I want to check the one that he claimed that hit the camera and see if there's any like damage on it, because it would have like nicked the blade at least a little bit.
Roll notice or science.
Which one am I better at? Notice.
4. The front of this blade does appear to be dented,
Okay.
or at least blunted.
It wasn't 100% lying, maybe. It definitely hit something. But
Well, if nobody else has any errands to run, I believe now would be a great time for us to continue
Well,
Our-
let's head to the-
our investigation by fast forward in time and going to the party tonight.
I think we should stop by the Pinkertons first.
I think that might be a good thing to do afterwards. We get some more evidence about what we need, more what we need to know.
yeah, I think we need to get more information on Dean before we make any hasty decisions.
There's also, to give you some extra information, the Pinkertons are pretty big players in town, so there's a good chance some of them might be at the party.
That's good.
So if we talk to them before the party, they can. Or just keep an eye on them.
But then we'd have to pay them.
Oh shit, you right. I need to go gamble real quick.
BRB.
We have a good bit of money right now, right? We just got paid half the money in advance.
Yes, but then we went shopping for nice clothes.
It's fair.
Nice clothes are expensive.
You right. You right.
I do that sometimes.
Well, even if we don't hire them here, it'd be good to make some connections, I guess. But I do think it's better to wait till after we have the information we need.
You speak the truth, yes.
All right, anyone have better ideas? We're just gonna go for it.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Go
That's
for it.
one yeehaw. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Can I get a yee yee, boys?
Yeehaw.
So we're fast forwarding to the party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jagger said he's on his way home now 20 minutes ago.
Okay. I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to take our first break.
Pog. I
Yes,
can eat
I
more
am.
Pringles.
So yeah,
You're-
stay tuned. We'll be back soon.